some of the functions of the Governor General in the British colonial administration. The person was someone representing the Queen, and we are looking at some of the powers that this Governor General had during this period. Appointment of Prime Minister. The Governor General was given the authority to appoint a Prime Minister as the head of state. And the first Prime Minister we had in Nigeria was Alhaji Tafawa Balewa. So it was the Governor General that appointed Alhaji Tafawa Balewa as the Prime Minister or head of government. Another function of the Governor General was assent to bills. He gave his assent to bills passed by the Parliament before these bills became laws. So the Governor General was the only one that had the power to give assent to bills passed by the Parliament before these bills could become laws. Appointment of ministers. The ministers were appointed by the Governor General based on the advice of the Prime Minister. So only the Governor General had the power to appoint ministers, and he appointed these ministers based on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Governor General was empowered to dissolve, prorogue, and summon Parliament on the advice of the Prime Minister. So the Governor General had the power to dissolve the Parliament, to prorogue the Parliament, and to summon Parliament on the advice of the Prime Minister. Appointments. The Governor General appointed members of the Public Service Commission and other important government officials on the advice of the Prime Minister. So the Governor General has the power to appoint members of the Public Service Commission and other important government officials on the advice of the Prime Minister. Foreign dignitaries. The Governor General received credentials from foreign dignitaries accredited to his country. Parliamentary sessions. The Governor General addressed the Parliament during the first parliamentary session. Speech from the throne monarch in Britain. So the first parliamentary session was usually opened by the Governor General, which is usually the speech from the throne monarch in Britain. Still under the functions of the Governor General, we are looking at ceremonial functions. The Governor General performed ceremonial functions. For example, commissioning of capital projects, conferment of honors, and he received foreign dignitaries. So basically, the office of the Governor General was only for ceremonial functions. It was the head of government that had powers in governmental issues. Although the governor also had powers in governmental issues, but majorly the Governor General only performed ceremonial functions. And what are examples of the ceremonial functions? I said, for example, commissioning of capital projects. For example, a new medical hospital, a big federal medical hospital was made in a state. The president could go and commission such projects. Conferment of honors. For example, in Nigeria presently, the president is planning to confer honors on some people. So this is some of the functions, ceremonial functions of the Governor General, and he also receives foreign dignitaries. Vote of no confidence. The Prime Minister and his cabinet could be dismissed by the Governor General if a vote of no confidence was passed. So the Prime Minister and his cabinet could be dismissed if a vote of no confidence was passed. Prerogative of mercy. The Governor General exercised prerogative of mercy on the advice of the Prime Minister. So the Governor General had the power to pardon any criminal for any offense based on the advice of the Prime Minister. The Governor General was equally the Commander-in-Chief of the country's armed forces. So the Governor General was the Commander-in-Chief of the country's armed forces. It was the one that had the power to mobilize or move the country's army. And with this, we've come to the end of this class. In the course of this class, we looked at some of the functions of the Governor General during this pre-independence constitution time, and we stated that the Governor General performs mainly ceremonial functions. He has to give assets to bills before bills could become laws, and he was the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and many other functions that he performed. And with this, we've come to the end of this class, and I'll see you at the next class.